and welcome to my BookTubeAthon TBR video. Yes, the 2018 BookTubeAthon is running from the 30th of July till the 5th of August. I want to say 5th of August, that's 7 days, so yeah, 5th of August. I will leave a link up here to the BookTubeAthon's video with all the information you need if you would like to take part. And yeah, obviously the first thing on my TBR is going to be coffee, because you need a lot of coffee to cope with all the reading challenges, video challenges, Instagram challenges, and all the updates during the BookTubeAthon. But I'm very excited about doing it. Is this the third year I've done the BookTubeAthon or the second year? It was 2018, so it's only the second year I've done it, but I have done the festive BookTubeAthon before as well, which was really fun. But there's always fun challenges, so let's get on with it. I love my Enchanted fandoms. I always take a book with me everywhere. Rory Gilmore cup, I do take it with me everywhere, and a book. So firstly is let a coin toss decide your first read. So I have two options here, and I hope they will still be the same by the time I get to the 30th of July. So option number one is The Earth, My Butt and Other. You can see all my books here. Let's move them out the way. The Earth, My Butt and Other Big Round Things by Carolyn Mackler, and you will see why I have this one on my TBR in just a moment. And then the other option for the coin toss is The Shortest Way Home by Miriam Parker, which also meets the challenge of a book with green on the cover, because we've got lots of green plants on the cover here, and there's even a little bit of green on the leaves on the spine. This is just beautiful, and this book comes out on the 31st of July, so hopefully the coin toss will be one of these. If not, I'll be reading the other one of these on the first day of the BookTubeAthon, because that's when the book's published. Then the second challenge is to read a book about something you want to do. And I have two books that I need to read / want to read. One of them is an audiobook and one of them is an ebook. And one of them is called The Adults, and one of them is How to Be a Grown-Up by Daisy Buchanan. The Adults is out in the UK in August, and How to Be a Grown-Up I bought on Kindle and then got the matching Audible narration. So How to Be a Grown-Up is a possible audiobook choice, and The Adults is a possible ebook choice, just to give me options of different media when it comes to the BookTubeAthon, which is always handy during readathon. So yeah, did I say which challenge this was? This is read a book about something you want to do, something you want to be. So I want to be like an adult or a grown-up. I would like to go back to being a grown-up who has a job now, please. But yes, hopefully one of those two books will fill that criteria. Then the third challenge is to read and watch a book to movie adaptation. I put a tweet and Instagram and asked in a couple of my previous videos if people had suggestions that they wanted me to do for one of my book to movie videos, because I did those all last week, a couple of trailer reactions and 3 book to movie videos, and one of them was one that I have read and watched before, but is going to count as my reread for August, and that is One Day by David Nichols. I absolutely loved this book, but I read it when it first came out, whenever that was. I feel like it was around 2011 or something, and maybe even earlier than that, and then watched the film when it first came out as well, so it's going to be an interesting reread. I have this like special edition one as well. I do also have this on audiobook, so this will be another option as an audiobook for me to kind of go throughout. And as I say, I've been trying to reread at least one book a month throughout the year, whether that's going well or not, we'll see at the end of the year. So this will be my reread for August as well. No green on the cover for this one, but it is a beautiful edition, and it does have a beautiful spine, which meets one of the other challenges. I mean, you know, it's a book in a box as well. Then number 4 is read a book with green on the cover. I have already covered this one with The Shortest Way Home, and I think that the adults might have green on the cover as well. I'm not sure, because I haven't really seen the cover of it because it's an ebook. So the book with green on the cover is The Summer of Jordi Perez, which is by Amy Spalding. Forgot the author then. Which this is also a library book, yay! And it also has a beautiful spine. So this meets the challenge of having a beautiful spine as well. It was going to be the candidate for the beautiful spine one, but then I picked up another book and kind of rearranged my TBR. This TBR has been quite difficult to put together, but I'm really excited about reading this one. And yeah, it's got green on the cover in terms of the rainbow and the lettuce in the burger, because the subtitle of this one is "And the Best Burger in Los Angeles." So that's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to reading that book. I got it out of the library and I've been kind of like, trying to set aside, you know, those books where you're like, I want a special time to read this book, whereas really now is the special time to read this book. Then challenge 5 is probably the most obscure of the challenges, but it is read a book whilst wearing the same hat. So obviously I'm not a massive hat wearer, so I kind of went with a book that was a little bit shorter for this one, and I will probably do a previous year's challenge of reading this book outside, and that's why I'll be wearing my hat. And I want to read The Ultimate Guide to Being a Girl by Christina DeWitt, which I got at BookCon, and is non-fiction and just looks awesome. And it's a fun comic guide for a new generation of empowered teen girls. So it's got pictures in there, as well as prose and diagrams, and just looks really fun. And I've been wanting to pick this one up for a while, and this one comes out in August. I want to say the 9th of August. Why doesn't it say it here? Yes, no, 18th of August, not the 9th of August, the 18th of August. So this is another one that would be on my August TBR, but I want to read it soon. Does it come out in July? No, July is this month. August is next month. Oh my goodness, so confused. When it's summer, it just all melds together. So yeah, this is my challenge for reading a book whilst wearing the same hat. So hopefully it'll be a nice quick read, because I'm not a massive hat wearer. And I was going to decide on the hat and show you, but you'll have to wait for my reading vlog to see the hat, because I don't know which hat I'm going to wear. It's likely to be the Books Before Bros hat that I got at BookCon, but you never know, it might be a different hat. I might decide to go for a big floppy sun hat, who knows. Then my book for Beautiful Spine, I don't think this has any green on the cover, but this is a sequel to hopefully the first or second book that I'm going to read, and that is The Universe is Expanding and So Am I by Carolyn Mackler as well, which is the follow-up to The Earth, My Butt and Other Big Round Things. So this is a kind of sequel read, so I would quite like to read those two back to back so I can see how well they follow on from each other. This one is already out in the US, hence why I have a library book copy of it, and is coming out in September in the UK. So I also have this one on ebook, so if I'm traveling around and I haven't brought this one with me, it's so white it's not wanting to focus, there we go, then I'll be able to read it on my Kindle as well, as I've got another ebook on my list. So yeah, this one as well is not a massively long one, it's just over 250 pages, but this version, if I had got this version of The Earth, My Butt and Other Big Round Things, it would have like the same pretty spine, and it would also have green on the cover. So we're just meeting challenges left, right and centre. It's just all in the same thing. So I have mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books already, but I like having a kind of alternate genre because I've got only one non-fiction on there, and I do have a mix of adult and young adult, but I like to have another genre in case I'm, you know, hit with a bit of a reading block or I'm not enjoying something. I like to have something to switch it up with. So this book has a beautiful cover, which kind of merges into the spine, and also has green on the cover and could be worn whilst wearing the same hat. So I'm throwing in another book that I got a book on, and that is Wild Embers, Poems of Rebellion, Fire and Beauty by Nikita Gill, which I've been wanting to pick up for a while. So this is going to be on my August TBR and may as well go on my BookTubeAthon TBR as well. So that's kind of book number 8, but for the second challenge, those two books are a little bit interchangeable. I'm a little bit indecisive here. No, it's kind of book number 9 if I actually do go with everything. I mean, the coin toss at the beginning, maybe it'll be if I don't read this book, then I'm not putting it on my TBR, but let's face it, I want to read both of them and I need to read one of them before I read another on my TBR. But yes, that is my TBR for the BookTubeAthon and also the beginning of my August TBR. So yeah, August TBR video because of BookTubeAthon. Just merge those words together. BookTubeAthon videos will be up a little bit late because there are going to be video challenges throughout the month, throughout the beginning of the month of August for BookTubeAthon. So yes, BookTubeAthon, August TBR will be up a little bit late, but basically the books that I've talked about here are the beginning of my August TBR. And yeah, let me know if you are going to take part. If you are on the fence, I really recommend it. It's an awful lot of fun. And yeah, I'm gonna pretty much clear my schedule for the week apart from volunteer responsibilities and read some awesome books. I'm so excited about reading all of these, and I quite like the diversity of my TBR as well. I'm glad I put in the extra book of poetry on there. I apologise in advance if I deviate from my TBR, but if you have watched this channel for a while, you'll know it's something that I do. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed so that my BookTubeAthon videos throughout the week land in your subscription feed. You'll probably get to see me making a fool out of myself, and I will be vlogging throughout the week. Make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram and all the other social media places for regular updates, because I will be updating my reading on there. And yeah, I will see you with another video next week. Thank you for watching.